What is going on, everybody? SHOT Show 2023 right here in Las Vegas is about to happen. Kick it. All right, folks, so we're here at the Burris booth, and I've got Phil here from Burris. Dude,
Howdy,
thank you
guys.
so much for joining us. I appreciate it, man.
Not a problem,
Absolutely. And I tell you what, it's been nice being here at SHOT Show. We've had a blast, and it's nice to see it back to normal. Like,
God,
with
right?
all the people and getting to interact with everybody. Now, I came by yesterday, took a look at this, took it back to the hotel. I almost got taken out by SWAT because I was playing with it out the hotel window. But this is a brand new product from you guys. And this is something, so what I love about this is the affordability and the feature set that it brings. So we're talking about brand new technology. Tell me a little bit about what this is.
So, Burris Veracity PH, $1,000 scope. Matte price of $1,000. So you're looking at a already premium, right out of our Veracity line, already a premium hunting optic with first focal plane, solid glass, windage elevation, parallax adjustment down to 50 yards, pretty standard stuff.
Yep.
What we've done, you can't really see from the outside, but obviously you saw it from the inside. It's got a head-up display in it. So as you look through it, you've got a display that's going to tell you what your point of impact is as you dial. So right now, it's going to show 100 because we sighted them all in. They're all sitting at 100. As I dial, that number is going to change. So, I dial it up a little bit. Let's say I'm at 10 MOA. It's going to tell me that I'm at, what are we at? 556 yards. If I dial it back to 8, 509. And all the way through the entire rotation adjustment, it's knowing exactly where your bullet's going to land. And that comes from our app. We'll put our ballistics into the app, select our cartridge. If you're a hand loader, you can just select a bullet, put in your muzzle velocity, all of that. Totally customizable. And you push that data onto this scope via Bluetooth. And once it's there, it's there. You don't need your phone connected. It doesn't have to have anything. It's completely standalone.
Right.
And then you dial it, you've got your distance. The only thing else you'd really need is rangefinder, which those are the other cool things that we've got here today.
Exactly. Mm-hmm. And again, at an affordable price. Like for these binos, what we're talking,
$1,000 for the binos, $299 for the handheld rangefinder.
Yeah. I mean that's literally giving you the entire package of everything that you need right there. And so here's what else I want to talk about. So first off, battery life.
Mm-hmm. So we have been taking it out for a couple of hunts this last fall. Great timing for this product so that we were actually able to get some real testing out in the field with it. We had one of our guys go on a 4-day, very, very extensive elk hunt muzzleloader out in Utah. Got himself a big one. He was pretty stoked. He didn't change batteries the entire time.
Wow.
So it's got all kinds of different power saving features, just like the ballistic information. You can load it up on your app, say, hey, I want the display to time out after 10 seconds. I want the display to time out after 2 minutes. I don't want the display to ever time out.
Right.
If you're the kind of guy that's like, look, I'm going to turn it off, every time I'm not using it, you could use never time out. Just watch your battery life, because obviously the longer it's on, the longer it's going to get used. Or if you want to not have to think about it, you could set it and then forget it.
Yeah. Now, say on the off chance your battery does die, here's another cool feature. You're talking quarter MOA adjustments here, so it's still going to dope just like a normal scope would.
Exactly. So going into the details of like how that head-up display works, the key component is a digital turret. So anyone who picks this up will notice that it doesn't have clicks like a normal elevation turret. It's got a very, very smooth action. The lines line up, just like you said, in quarter minute. So it's going to work exactly like a normal rifle scope. Like I was saying earlier, your 10 MOA happens to be 556 yards for this. If I dial to 10 MOA, even if the batteries are gone, the illumination doesn't work at all, it's still going to track because it's a real scope underneath. It's not any kind of digital wizardry or anything going on that makes the actual crosshair move. It's still 100% mechanical. The reason that we've gone to that digital system is it's hard to cut those serrations and make sure that they're going to stay consistent. That's what goes into a lot of the cost of the scope. But having them be digital, we're able to go not from quarter minute to 8th minute, which like we do on our eliminator, we go to 10th minute because it's being read digitally. So we've got a total about 34 and a half MOA of total travel in one revolution. So we don't have to have a rising turret. You don't have to try and keep track of what revolution you're on. You've got your zero stop.
Yep.
It's super, super simple. And having that much adjustment will take a 6.5 Creedmoor past 1,100 yards.
Oh my gosh, easy, absolutely. Now, I do want to ask this. So as far as the app goes and as far as development, that's going to be constantly updated, like as new calibers, new cartridges come out, that kind of thing. So that's not something anybody needs to worry about because the infrastructure is there for that.
Absolutely. As a matter of fact, the update that came out on Monday, actually, that allowed functionality with this, we've been working on it for a couple of months now, but that's actually update 2.2 for the Burris Connect app. Previously, the Burris Connect app was unveiled to allow the streaming functionality for our thermal handheld.
Right.
So we had been using it for that. Then we added ballistics in 2.0, and that was kind of a quiet release. Some folks have been playing with it. Some folks had no idea that it even existed. Now they know why we put those ballistics in the Burris Connect app. It's so that we can push data to this.
Right. And not only on the heads-up display is there obviously your yardage, but you've also got windage on your display, and you've got a digital level.
That's correct. So we do have a few sensors in here. We've got a pitch indicator, so we can actually do incline, and that's factored into your ballistic table that we're pushing over to the scope. So it knows what angle your gun's at, and will compensate the point of impact accordingly. We also have a bubble level that you can turn on or off. You can turn that incline compensation on or off. Having the bubble level is really, really nice for making sure, hey, I need to take this level shot.
Right.
And all of those, like I said, are completely switch on or offable. And then the windage. The windage works just like our eliminator does. We've got windage marks in the reticle, and whatever you're dialed to, based on your point of impact distance, how long the bullet's going to be in the air, what its ballistic coefficient is going to determine the amount of wind deviation that you have to contend with. We typically, with the eliminator, we use a 10 mile an hour, just fixed wind hold, because we figure you can extrapolate pretty well from that. If it's not blowing that heavy, divide it in half, use a 5 mile an hour hold. If you live in Wyoming, double or triple it. But we've also, since we've got the app connectivity, we made it a little bit more convenient. You can now set the wind speed. So I can say, hey, I live out east. I'm shooting in fields that are lined by trees. You know, I've only got 200-300 yards to go, but I'm shooting a muzzleloader maybe.
Right.
And I've got drop to contend with, so I'm going to put in a 5 mile an hour wind. And that's going to be my main thing that I extrapolate off of. Or I live in Wyoming, so I'm going to go ahead and start with 30 miles an hour wind.
Right.
But I can do that right within the app, sling it over to the scope, set all those settings, and like I said, forget about it.
And all of that for a $9.99 MSRP.
Absolutely.
Like, that's insane.
I mean, a first focal plane 4-20 with premium glass already costs about $1,000. And now we've added all that technical functionality in there as well.
That's insane. And I mean, it takes a lot of the guesswork out. It takes a lot of the work out. Mm-hmm. And makes it so that you can enjoy the hunt a lot easier, too.
Exactly.
That's fantastic. Phil, thank you so much. We appreciate it.
Absolutely.
Now, when can we expect to see these hitting store shelves? Now?
As soon as these guys start buying them. They're all ready to roll.
Well, folks, I know we've got them on the way to our store. You need to check this out, because this is something that, giving you that functionality at that price point, you're not going to be able to beat this at all with anything out there, I can promise you.
It's pretty darn cool.
Thank you so much, man. Folks, stay tuned for more from right here at SHOT 2023.